Hello everyone, it is I, the Beast, and welcome to another special edition of Storytime with the Beast. And my special guest is Barney the Dinosaur. Hello everybody. So Beast, what story are we gonna be reading this time? Well, believe it or not, on Amazon we found another Harry the Dog book. This is called No Roses for Harry by Jean Zion and pictures by Margaret Boyd Graham. This book came out in 1958. So, without further ado, let the story begin. Harry was a white dog with black spots. On his birthday, he got a present from Grandma. It was a woolen sweater with roses on it. Harry didn't like it the moment he saw it. He didn't like the roses. When he tried it on, he felt cozy and snug, but he still didn't like the roses. He thought it was the silliest sweater he'd ever seen. The next day when Harry went downtown with the children, he wore his new sweater. When people saw it, they laughed. When the dogs saw it, they barked. Harry made up his mind then and there to lose Grandma's present. When they went into a big store to shop, the children took off his sweater and let him carry it. This was just what Harry wanted. First, he tried to lose it in the pet department, but a man found it and gave it back. Then he tried to lose it in the grocery department, but a lady found it and gave it back. He tried to lose it in the flower department, but a little boy found it and gave it back. The children didn't let Harry carry it anymore. They made him wear it. As they started home, Harry was beginning to think he'd never lose it. Sorry about that. When Harry got home, his friends were waiting to play with him, but Harry didn't feel like playing, so they left him alone. As he sat wondering what to do, Harry noticed a loose stitch in his sweater. He pulled out the wool just a little at first, and a bit more, and a little bit more. Harry didn't know, but it was a bird. Was watching. In a minute, Harry pulled out quite a long piece of wool. The end of it lay on the grass behind him. Suddenly, the bird flew down. Quick as a flash, she took the end of the wool in her beak and flew away with it. It all happened before Harry could even blink. The sweater began to disappear right before Harry's eyes. First one leg, then the neck, then the other leg, then the back, and finally, the whole thing was one long piece of wool flying straight to the sky. The sweater was gone. Harry could hardly believe it. He barked and jumped with joy. Then he ran out of the yard. He ran down the street, barking "thank you" to the bird over and over again. The bird and wool were just a tiny speck in the sky, but Harry kept following them. He came home thirsty and tired, and was having a drink in the kitchen when the children ran in. "We got a letter from Grandma," one of them said. "She's coming to visit us," shouted the other. Harry thought of the sweater, and his tail drooped. That must have made Harry feel a little embarrassed. Before Grandma came, the family looked everywhere for the sweater. They wanted her to see how nice Harry looked in it. Of course, they couldn't find it. Only Harry knew why. When Grandma arrived, Harry ran to her with his leash. Then he sat up and begged. "All right, Harry," said Grandma. "After I had my lunch and nap, we'll go for a walk." That afternoon, Harry and Grandma and the children started off on the rock. Harry barked happily and pulled towards the park. When they got to the park, Harry pulled harder. The children let him off the leash, and he ran on ahead. He seemed to be looking for something. All at once, he stopped under a big tree. He looked up and began to bark and wag his tail. Grandma and the children came running. What do you think they saw? Only one way to find out what they saw. They got to the tree and looked up too. Suddenly, one of the children said, "I see a nest." "It's made of wool," said the other, "and it's the very same color as Harry's sweater," they shouted together. "It is Harry's sweater," exclaimed Grandma. Just then a bird looked out of the nest. "Look, Grandma, look," shouted the children. Harry gave his sweater to a bird. "I wonder how he did that," said Grandma. The bird sang and Harry wagged his tail even harder. That's good that rose sweater became useful for something for a bird. Yeah, I wonder what happens now. At Christmas, Harry got a present from Grandma. It was a new sweater. Harry liked this one very much. When he tried it on, he felt as cozy and snug as the bird in the nest. But best of all, it was white with black spots. And that is the end of the book. So if you have any more information about this book, please leave us a comment on the video, and we'll respond to all your comments as soon as possible. Remember to keep subscribing to our channel for more videos coming up on the way, speaking in the time, place, and make them all for your entertainment. So remember, we love y'all. Have a good night, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. I'll see you on my next episode of Storytime with the Beast. What did you think of this book, by the way? Let us know in the comments. We would love to hear from you. See y'all real soon. Good night.